So, why do you find yourself doing more work than anybody else? Subscribe to my channel, and I'll be uploading a video every, I don't know, like 2 to 3 times a week, around there. Anyways, back to the video. So, why do you find yourself doing more work than everybody else? Well, let me just start off. This can happen anywhere. It can happen with your family. You could be taking care of someone and you're expected to take care of that person forever. And some people, it's not your problem if you have any personal problem. They just don't care, even if they're your family. And at work, where you are doing majority of the work for your team. And it can happen with your friends, where you're helping out with parties and driving everyone around, paying for everyone's crap. You're basically expected to do everything for them, and if you don't, you are somehow evil for not doing it for no reason. Like, what the hell? Now, let me explain, like, one at a time, starting with family. Why it happens in family? Well, it's because you didn't get out. You should probably move out as soon as you have the resources to do so. Otherwise, you'll just be trapped with being the person to take care of everything. Now, you realize why people will move out because of this reason. They don't want to be the one to take care of crap. And you think, hey, you could save money if you just live with your family. You know, rent ain't cheap these days. The economy is doing ass, and it will be very efficient and very wise to save money and live with your family, right? No, not at all. It's actually a pretty bad idea to live with your family. Even if it can financially cripple you, it's probably better to move out if you can. But if you don't, you will be cursed with a duty that many people do not want, which is why they move out. And you see why people move out, even though they're stressed out, they're working extra double, triple shifts. They just want to pay rent because they don't want to deal with dog shits. And a lot of people would say this, like they cannot stand their family, and when they move out and they get away from their family, they have a lot more patience to deal with their family. Like, they don't get mad anymore. They just feel like, I wouldn't call it understanding, they just have a new slate to work on instead of dealing with the same bullshit that they had to put up with their toxic family. And you know, you'll hear a lot, some people just don't want to be trapped with their psycho parents. People get old and bitter, and they spread that negativity to their children without even realizing it. And the best thing to do is to move out, get the fuck out. Because if you live with the elders, you are by default assigned to take care of them. And if you want to have a life like other people do that moved out, you are the evil one. Like, oh wait, I want to move out. Like, aren't you supposed to take care of them? No, I don't care. You want a life, you got to take care of them. It's your problem, not mine. I have a life and you don't, so you got to sacrifice yourself for me. That is my logic. That is how people will think of you. They just think you are evil because you don't want to take care, you don't want to do their job, which is, you know, it's a self-defense mechanism where people just push their responsibility onto, you know, people that didn't expect this to happen, and shit like this happens. So my best advice to you is to just move out as soon as you have the resources to do so. It's good advice, trust me, it is good. And some people understand that some people will understand, like, oh yeah, you want to move out, all right, that's fine. I hope you do well, or so and so. It's very rare you'll find people like this. And when you do have people that support you while you want to live your own life, try to keep those people as your friends, as close as possible. Like, those are real, that's a real family member right there that wants what's best for you. And for work, why you will experience this situation at work, while you will be doing the most work, it is because you don't know how to bullshit. You suck at bullshitting. Here's the thing, if you want people to not assign you more work, you have to be besties with them. Say your boss, you have to be best friends with him. Like, oh, like you just, I don't know, you just laugh at all his crap ass joke. Like, oh yeah, that's so funny. Oh yes, why was like your boss would say some stupid joke? Hey, why was the bike not working? Because it was too tired. You just gotta pretend to laugh at that. Like, it's such a shit ass joke. And you also had to agree with every dumb shit they're saying. Like, oh yeah, I like eating shit. Feces is so delicious. I eat my own dog shit every day. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, totally. True. Absolutely. But you have to be convincing. You cannot just mindlessly agree to everything. And this is the art of bullshitting. And it doesn't only apply to the corporate world. It applies to every job, whether it's in a restaurant or a health job, like if you're a nurse, or if you're, I don't know, something not so important like a valet driver. You just have to somehow bullshit your boss into thinking that you both are buds, you know, like on the weekend, maybe sacrifice a weekend to go to the gym with them or something, and just pretend that you like them even though you hate their guts. That is the art of bullshit. That is how people thrive at work, is that they pretend to be best friends with their boss. And yes, this is kiss ass. You are kissing ass, but this is how you will avoid being one of the idiots that does the most work and get 0 raise and 0 promotion. That is how people work. Like, if you want to work, have the most time for yourself. I had a job where I had a coworker that tells everyone that they are stupid behind their backs, and I had to pretend to agree because she will make your job difficult because she has enough money to quit her job and be totally fine. She's very lucky to have a millionaire kid that, I don't know, probably won the lottery or something, but this lady was mean. She just tells me, and she tells our boss that everyone is stupid except for her. She is somehow miraculously the only wrinkly brain genius in the entire world, and everyone was stupid. Even my boss was afraid of her because she was rich, so she could literally just kamikaze bomb someone and she wouldn't give a shit because she can just fuck everyone over. So yeah, everyone has to pretend to be nice to her just so they don't lose their livelihood. Overall, for work, you have to pretend to be best buddies, and if you will be good if you can do a good job at that. And as for friends, people you interact with on your spare time. This is the third one. Friends are generally people that you can choose. Unlike work or family, you can choose who you want to hang out with. It's not like you're assigned a friend. It's totally awesome. This is one of the most easiest things to manage. And but however, sometimes some people are low in self-esteem and they believe that they cannot make friends outside of their circle, and that's why they stay with their toxic friends. So as a result, now you might be one of these people. If your friends never offer help, despite helping them all the time without question, odds are these are toxic friends and you should probably leave, because they don't really care about you. They just want to have their own entertainment, and if you're useful in providing them with entertainment, they will like you. I made a video about this a long time ago. I forgot what's it called, but it's essentially, it talks about how I had a friend that was toxic towards me. Like, he doesn't care that I help him with his problems, and he tried to gaslight me and twist the situation where I'm the bad guy because I brought up I want to talk about how we should share the load. Why am I being the responsible one? Why are you always dog shit drunk and I have to carry your ass home? And yeah, somehow, like, this friend of mine, he just tried to twist the situation into thinking that I'm the one that's bad for helping him, and I should help him more. I mean, well, that's probably not exactly how that video goes, but then I did have a situation like this and it was terrible, and I'm glad I cut him out of my life. And these are the friends that spits on your effort. Like, if you mentioned that what you did to help them, they said, oh, that doesn't mean shit. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. And when you address their selfishness, they fire back and they gaslight you. Like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking care of my drunk ass. I did nothing wrong. You're wrong for questioning it. It's your job. It's your obligation to take care of me, not mine's. Like, they just try to contort the situation into their favor, even though they are blatantly wrong. The reason you are in this position, where you're the responsible one, taking care of things for everyone because you're too helpful to people that don't deserve it. You are too helpful to people that don't deserve it. That is just a fact. You don't want to be helpful to people that don't deserve it. It's because, well, they're swines. They are assholes. They are bottom feeders. They only know how to leech. They only know how to complain. And here's a trick to dealing with these people that just suck the living life out of you. You know, not like they're sucking your semen out, but they're sucking your life force out. Yeah. Here's a trick, all right, to just get these dog shit people out of your life and stop asking you for favors. Make yourself hard to reach for selfish friends and keep your good friends in touch. All right. What do I mean by making yourself hard to reach? Well, if they text you, like they message you on your computer, right? Take 6 hours to reply. They text you, take 6 hours to reply. If they call you, don't answer their phone calls and just text them back. What's up? Like, what you call me for? And if you know, like they just realize, they probably find another solution for themselves. And when they constantly could find that alternative for themselves, they will start to rely on that alternative instead of relying on you. And as a result, that person will stop bothering you, and then you'll come to realize that person will probably never message you again because he doesn't really care about you. Yeah, he just needs your help for something, and he will not ask you how have you been doing, what's going on in your life, is there any way I can help you. You will never hear these words come from these toxic people, because the reason they contact you is because they want favors done and they don't plan on helping you back if you ask for it. And here's the thing, you gotta love yourself. Like, why am I telling you to do this? Like, to basically, if all your friends are toxic, you just gotta ditch them. I'm telling you this because you gotta love yourself. You gotta have self-respect. You gotta have self-esteem. If you don't love yourself, no one's gonna love you. You trying to do everything for everyone, you will be known as a little bitch. There's an old saying, don't light yourself on fire to keep everyone warm. And no one wants to be the little bitch, alright? Once you're the little bitch, even though you helped everyone, people will get this really strange chemistry where even though you did a lot to help your friends will get away from you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. Like, they will ask you for favors, but they don't want to like invite you to fun stuff, to events that they set up, because they probably felt inferior to you. I know this sounds kind of narcissistic, but they felt inferior to you. They felt, oh man, this person is responsible. He's probably gonna make this, like, I don't know, this, what's the word I'm looking for? They're gonna feel like a bunch of degenerates compared to you, and they don't want to be reminded of that, so they won't invite you to their party. And also, you're not useful. You're not worth inviting unless you are useful in some way, and that's how they are. These kind of toxic friends, they just see you as, I don't know, like a workhorse. I know people like this. Not only do they do more, but they are treated worse than what I explained. I heard some pretty bad stories from my other friends. They won't be invited to events if they are not needed, rendering just, I don't know, it just makes you feel kind of worthless. I can see how this can hurt some people self-esteem. I've seen this happen to many of my newer friends that I've made. I had something similar happen to me, not as bad, but at the end of the day, take care of yourself, because you gotta love yourself one way or another. And if you don't have friends that love you, you should just bounce and find friends that do love you. Otherwise, your life is just gonna suck, period. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to my channel. See ya.